Hey, it's me today. Thanks for tuning on in. Today we've got another exciting time planned. Continuing onwards with where we left off yesterday with the Sumeru Archon quest. We kind of tied that one up. Now we've got what seems like a little bit of kind of in-between content between that and the start of what I believe is Fontaine. Pretty sure Fontaine's next. So, should be exciting. And I'm actually really excited to hopefully meet two of the characters that I've been using pretty consistently here. So, without any further ado, let's get into it.
I hope you'll have a wonderful day.
Okay. Yeah, so there's the interludes, and then there's here, Chapter 3, Act 6. Down in Port Ormos. Interesting. I guess if you were to want to travel somewhere, by boat isn't a terrible choice. But we'll have to see how this goes. I'm hoping we don't have as many issues as we did with getting to Inazuma. We shouldn't. I know I've already been there to get level up materials for these two, so there's that at least, but... Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Didn't mean to step on your head. He seems fine.
Let's ride!
I'm sure all fine. Oh?
Huh? Wait, you're that blonde traveler who's on a journey to all corners of Teyvat, right?
We sure are. Word seems to have spread. What are you here for?
Who's asking? Do you need something from us?
Fair question, considering how that usually goes.
You bet I do. I was worried I wouldn't be able to find you. I have a letter for you, you see. It's from another Outlander.
Oh, that's an interesting one. What is that supposed to mean?
He was a crafty fellow, let me tell you. Took advantage of a loophole in our mailing system by opting for guaranteed delivery, then filling in the most obscure mailing address I've ever seen.
Okay. Interesting. I sense plots afoot. That'd be a new one. Whomst is contacting us. Clearly it's important and critical.
Well, we are always on the road, so yeah, it's pretty tough to get mail to us unless we happen to go to the post office on a whim.
Yeah, I think the last time we've done that is never. You might have more luck through Catherine, but it makes sense that we are a little difficult to track down, considering.
So, what address did that person give you anyway?
Yeah.
He just wrote, next to a small, white-haired talking fairy.
I mean, I guess it's certainly an accurate description, but like, what?
What? So the address is Paimon?
Yeah, congratulations. You're a location of residence now.
Yeah, exactly, right? And if I'd failed to deliver the letter, I'd have been bound by regulation to compensate him. Really, he got me good. I count myself very lucky that I ran into you here. Of course, here it is. All yours.
Yeah.
Come on!
Who is attempting to contact us by way of mystery mailman? Oh, Kaya! Huh. Okay. Hello, Kaya. He's in Port Ormos on official business? That's interesting. He doesn't seem like the type who would travel a lot, but that's cool, I guess. Okay. Yeah. I will have to go and find him.
Kaya, huh? So he's here in Sumeru. Now that Paimon thinks about it,
does. It really, really does. It would not be the first time.
From what he wrote in the letter, it looks like he didn't think there was much chance of it reaching us.
Well, I mean, considering the address he wrote. Understandable.
Or maybe he's just being sneaky. Do you think he's making this sound like a miracle of fate so that we'd have to go meet up with him?
I mean, have to's a strong word. Either way, the fact that he's here makes me curious, so I'd want to go see him.
Yeah, you're right. It's always nice to see old friends.
Yeah, doubt it'll hurt. Although I suppose I shouldn't be too overt with those assumptions.
The letter says that he hangs out at Jafar Tavern every afternoon. Perhaps we should drop in on him then, huh?
Okay. Alright. 1600 to 1800. Can do that. I'll have to just go find him. See what we can get. Let's see. That is an unfortunate amount of time to just hang out. Hey, see, we're going up above again. But we're not near any buildings. Someday I'll figure out why that happens.
Dread chase. Hiya should be at Jafar Tavern right now. Let's go see him.
Yeah. Don't mind me, sir. I'm just gonna surf through your streets. Hey, there he is. Look at that.
I'll have something I haven't tried yet, boss.
Haven't seen him in a hot minute.
Sorry, sir. I'm afraid you've already tried every type of liquor we serve.
How long has he been here? That or they just don't have many options, I suppose. Either one's possible.
Oh? Well then, just the bill, please. It's just as well, I suppose. I do have other matters to attend to.
Hiya, you're really here. Paimon half thought you were playing some sort of prank on us.
Hey, Paimon, traveler. Looks like the gods smile upon me after all. And come now, I wouldn't joke about wanting to see my good friends.
Wait a second. You must be here on official business, right? What do you think you're doing spending every afternoon drinking at the tavern? You itching for a lecture from Jean?
I mean, I know that's what he said, but you know, there is such a thing as vacation after business, and things in Sumeru are kind of trashed right now, so odds are good whatever official business he had may have been, summarily derailed.
Not at all. The acting Grand Master positively terrifies me. Why would I ever do anything that might displease her?
Yeah, right.
The truth is, I'm in Sumeru to learn about the alcohol industry here. So despite how it might look, I'm actually at Jafar Tavern for strictly business purposes.
Okay, fair enough, I guess.
Sumeru spices are famous the world over, and it's long been rumored that this fine establishment was where a certain very popular spiced cocktail was invented.
Interesting.
That's why the Knights sent me, their foremost expert in alcoholic beverages, to come and see if it is as good as the rumors say.
Okay. And you didn't bring B-Luke because...
And how did that go?
So far, so good. I'm already in talks with some spice merchants in Port Ormos about some potential collaboration.
Yeah, that does sound like a great business opportunity. Guess Don Winery and Master D-Luke are gonna make a tidy sum from this one too, huh?
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Whether this lucrative opportunity gets passed along to Don Winery or not depends on how nice I'm feeling.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Hey, using your job to settle personal grievances isn't very knightly, Captain!
Oh? What makes you say that? Very sharp of you. I wouldn't say I'm familiar, though. I just came here on the sly once, when I was very young.
Did you sneak out? I'm honestly, I shouldn't be surprised on that one. Feels right. I'd buy it.
And? Do continue.
Yeah, that was an interesting pause.
Do I have to? When I said we could talk about the old times, digging up my past wasn't exactly what I had in mind. Well, all right, since you're so interested. Like I said, I was very young then. Dawn Winery had only just taken me in. I overheard my adoptive father talk about sending a team of merchants to Sumeru during a business meeting. I'm sure you'll agree that everyone's curious about their roots on some level. And my roots? They're in Conria, which is said to have been located deep underground, somewhere near Sumeru.
Excuse me? I'm sorry, what? Is this one of those things I missed by not doing his character quest? When did y'all learn this? Because I have got to know. Okay, alright. That was a lot of background information they just dumped on us in that one little blurb. Okay, so he was kind of adopted then by D-Luke's family. So they're adopted brothers, kind of. Definitely a falling out, clearly, at some point. And he's from Conrad? How does that work? How does that work? Because the timing there does not match up. Huh. Okay. I have questions.
And so I stowed myself away amidst the cargo, and silently joined the merchant delegation on their trip to Sumeru. But it wasn't long before the merchant delegation received news that I'd gone missing. Their leader promptly found me, and before I knew it, my adoptive father was dragging me back home by the ear.
As you very well deserve, sneaking out like that, sir. Not that I'm surprised. You do have, young troublemaker vibes. I think it's the eye patch.
It was a short-lived adventure. Sorry I don't have a more thrilling story for you. Honestly, not much. The only reason I knew that Conria was near Sumeru is because I happened to read that in a book when I was young.
Oh? Well, hello there. Is that Dainsley? It is, isn't it? It's got the cloak and the coloring. Which, honestly, I probably could have put that together earlier. If he wasn't an ice user, I feel like I would have been more likely to. But they've definitely got similar color scheme vibes. So, I guess something to look out for in the future. That particular shade of blue-purple seems to be a mild indicator that an individual might perhaps be involved at the very least in Conria. Interesting association there. Weird that you're hanging out and kind of sneaking around there here, sir. Also a little bit odd that Kaya got sent back here and came. I mean, not that weird, but like, what else you doing around here, I wonder? Not that I am wholly suspicious based on your curiosity. That's fair enough.
My life had less and less to do with Conria as I grew up, and so I started caring less as well.
Fair enough.
I used to believe that I had inherited some sort of duty from my father. But then I began to wonder. Maybe my father left me in the peaceful land of Mondstadt for no other reason than simply to keep me alive. As well as ensuring that I'd be safely cut off from certain things. The thought that I might be able to actually live a happy life there must have been the icing on the cake. This is
Maybe.
Obviously all speculation. Simply put, I'm afraid that I'm not particularly in the know on this topic.
I mean, Fair enough.
These days, my surname, Alberich, is probably the only link to Conria that I have left.
One death afternoon, please, boss. Tell me, what do you know about the significance of that name, Alberich?
Oh. Dainsliff's here with a lore drop, I guess.
Dainsleif?
Ah, you've decided to join us. I was wondering how long you planned on listening in. I believe I've seen you before in Mondstadt. Dainsleif, if I'm not mistaken.
So you remember me. Then we are already acquainted, Kaya Alberich, descendant of the Abyss Order's founder.
Oh. Oh boy. Well, that's not great, is it? Huh. Things could get dicey here.
Huh?
Well, he seems confused. I don't know. See, my thoughts on this one are complicated because they set him up based on everything in Mondstadt initially to be that kind of character that you like but don't really trust all that much. He lied to us successfully before. I mean, not like that successfully, because, like, clearly there was some sketchy stuff going on. But, like, clearly he's capable of it and has in the past actively attempted to lie to us to get us to do what he wanted. So, I don't know. Clearly they're setting him up as a slightly suspicious individual. Clearly. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how this goes.
What?
I take it that you weren't aware of this until now, Kaya. Or you wouldn't have been so forthcoming with your surname.
I guess. That's probably a fair point. That is a fair point, I would say. Because, yeah, otherwise he probably would have made something up if he were trying to get away with it properly.
Oh my. That's quite a lot of baggage for a surname, isn't it? Though I must say, it does confirm an old suspicion of mine. I suppose that was why my father left me in Mondstadt after all.
I'm surprised that you take me at my word without the faintest hint of skepticism.
Well, perhaps what you told me just happens to answer some questions I carry in my memories. And in any case, I recognize your eyes. You're a pure-blood Conrian, aren't you?
Huh. Is that another tell then? That's interesting. I mean,
Very clever.
he is very unique.
Forgive me for being direct, but I sincerely hope this new knowledge doesn't change anything. If you've already let go of your ties to the past, then keep it that way.
Interesting. Okay, so something else to look out for, apparently. That is true. That's a shade of color eye that we don't see very often. I think there are a couple other characters with similar eyes. But I suppose it's something to watch out for.
Kaya, you're not involved with the Abyss Order in any way, are you?
Hey, hold on now. This conversation has
Rude.
taken a rather sudden turn for the deadly serious. And I'm afraid that as someone from Mondstadt, I'm not accustomed to this sort of atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, like, I highly doubt that he's actively involved with them, to be honest. Just considering. But it is technically, I suppose, a fair question.
So what if I know my ancestry? Do I strike you as the type who would be bound by that kind of thing? Relax. I'll be just as delighted to hunt down the Abyss Order tomorrow as I have always been. Either way, looks like we're out of time. I've got a spice merchant to meet in a minute, so I'll leave the three of you to carry on the conversation without me.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Uh,
Bye.
well,
Good
alright
luck.
then. You go do your thing, Kaya.
See you around. And Dainsleif, no need to listen in from the sidelines next time we meet. Let me buy you a drink.
Very interesting.
You don't really trust him, do you, Dane? You're both from Conria, but you get on like oil and water.
The fact is, I still do not know him well. It would be meaningless for me to jump to conclusions.
Well, at least there's that. I mean, you're not wrong. Especially if this is one of the first times y'all have actually talked, based on the initial part of this conversation.
But can a person truly be unaffected by their ancestry? This remains to be seen.
I mean, yeah, can't really be that accusatory or judgmental there, considering.
Well, I suspect that they call your brother their prince, precisely because there is a succession of sorts.
Uh-huh. Okay. So, kind of sounds like actual founder dumped his kid off in Mondstadt and then, like, picked our brother as his successor for no reason at all that we can discern. This is very complicated.
Oh, so if he was the founder, he'd be the king, right?
I mean to investigate the Loom of Fate. Do you remember that name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Abyss Order's evil plan! We learned about that back in Mondstadt.
Not new. Not exactly. My memories suffer from erosion. But while I was recovering my health recently, I suddenly remembered something.
Okay. Could be helpful.
Your brother. He mentioned the Loom of Fate back when we traveled together.
Uh-huh. So that was a long time ago then. This has been a plan in the works for a long, long, long time. That's dangerous.
Apparently so. I was also quite surprised when these memories tallied up. I recall that we were traveling to Sumeru when the matter was brought up.
So, you're going to the place that he mentioned back then?
That tracks, I
Correct.
suppose.
At that time, they must have been introduced in one way or another to this concept. If I recall correctly, we were somewhere in Avidya Forest then.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's go! Maybe we'll discover some secret that's lain hidden for hundreds of years!
Maybe. There would be weirder things to have happened to us, to be honest.
No. Now is not the time.
Oh. Okay, then.
No, it's just... I'm still waiting for my drink.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Seriously?
Fine. Fair enough. Hello? Got stuck in a table. Okay, that's a long way. Let's see, where are we actually meant to be going? Oh, new area. Okay. Sumeru is actually probably one of my least explored locations, I would say. Just because it's been... The actual Archon quest hasn't relied on us to go to too many terribly...
Need a
too many
surfboard?
different places all around here. And I had waypoints unlocked. Oh, did that just say highly dangerous? I don't like that. Okay, we're gonna just ignore that. Thanks.
Wait. This place, it's familiar.
Oh.
What about it? It looks pretty normal to Paimon. Was it like this hundreds of years ago, too?
Yes. The forest has barely changed from how I remember it. There is very little human activity here after all.
Okay.
Let's search the area and see what we can find.
Is this a field? It must belong to whoever owns that house over there.
Yeah, maybe we can figure out who that is.
But it looks like it's been abandoned for a long
Or
time.
was.
You could be forgiven for thinking nothing was ever grown here. Or, wait, maybe nothing ever was grown here.
Unsure. Either way, hopefully there'll be some clues around that might help us.
It's an extinguished bonfire. Forest rangers, perhaps? Looks like it's been ages since it was last lit. And clearly they put it out carefully to prevent a forest fire, too. That's responsible.
Nothing else stands out in this area. All that's left is that building. Come on.
Yeah, we're gonna go
Wait,
poke around inside.
we're just gonna go barging in? What if someone's home?
Well, clearly it's been a little bit neglected recently. At the very least, we can always knock and see.
Unlikely.
But I doubt
There are no signs of life in this area. We should be able to enter without incident.
If you say so. Well, you lead the way then, Dane.
Okay. Let's go check out this mystery house. Oh. That's kind of cool. I like that.
Huh. So there really isn't anyone home. Ugh. This place is so dusty. Paimon bets no one's lived here in years. There's
Maybe.
a box over here. Why don't we open it? And by we, Paimon means you. Paimon's just scared that whatever's inside might bite her fingertips off. Huh? This is a mirror.
A broken mirror, interestingly enough.
It's broken too. Was this a makeup box? That's kinda disappointing. Paimon was hoping we'd uncover some super big secret. Especially after Dane talked this place up.
Well, it's just a random house. Like, I don't know why you thought that. I mean, maybe we still will. There's still options, but... It's just a random
Hey,
hut
look!
in the middle of
It's a
nowhere.
bowl! Guess whoever used to live here liked to cook, huh?
Can't you smell it? There's a heavy scent of medicinal herbs in here.
Oh, so it's a medicine bowl? Seems you're right. You've got a good nose on you, Dane.
Bird sounds. Okay, there's the bed. Doubt
This
it's
bed
been
looks
used.
pretty ordinary. Huh. There's nothing underneath it either. What sort of person would want to live here? It's so dark and damp. Can't be all that comfortable.
Well, I imagine
Doesn't
when it
look
was
like there's
actually
anything
used,
else
it would be
worth our
slightly
attention
better.
here. You sure we're in the right place, Dane?
My memories are quite foggy, but my subconscious and instincts both assert that something once happened here.
Huh. Alright.
But we'll exhaust ourselves if we search aimlessly. I hear noises outside. Let's go and check.
Noises? Is it?
So we're definitely gonna get ambushed then. That's good.
It's not much. Just some minor adversaries.
Uh-huh.
Monsters? Wow, Dane's ears are sharp, just like his nose. He's in surprisingly good shape for a 500-year-old. Although for someone who's as full of surprises as Dane, it's hardly a big deal. Anyway, let's beat up these monsters!
Come on, man.
I doubt that the appearance of those monsters was wholly random. There must be something nearby that attracted them. A ley line anomaly, perhaps. But it seems to be more than that. Okay. I'll go slightly further out to investigate any issues with the nearby ley lines. I might be a while. You should wait for me here.
Can we not accompany you? Is there a specific reason for that?
What? You're going alone? You better not be trying to keep some secret from us.
Your suspicions are as banal as they are unwarranted. I merely think that this house should remain the focus of our investigation, and as such, someone ought to stay here and keep an eye on it.
Alright, I mean, fair enough, I guess. One of us might be able to dig something up. We didn't look at much, so.
Not to mention that if even forest rangers are capable of investigating ley lines, I will be more than able to handle it alone.
Fair, I guess.
Fair enough. Guess we'll just camp out here then.
Yeah. Probably poke around a little bit. Never know what we could find.
Good thing there's a bonfire over there. Let's make ourselves something to eat. All this running around has made Paimon real hungry.
Of course it has. Naturally. Okay.
Need a surfboard?
Who knows? Something interesting might happen when we start a fire, I guess. Of course, now I'm gonna have to put in a different character. Very unfortunate. Okay, let's sub out. Very, very temporarily.
Outrider Amber, report.
That's about all I've ever used her for anyway, is just lighting stuff on fire, so.
Your cooking is as good as ever. Even if there was no other reason, the food alone would be enough for Paimon to stick with you. Changing the subject, Dane's taking forever. He said that there might be an issue with the nearby ley lines. How bad do you think it could be?
Well, I wouldn't call it good.
We came together, but now it's back to just being the two of us again. You know, now that Paimon mentions it, we really have spent lots and lots of time together, haven't we? So don't take this the wrong way or anything, but, do you ever get tired of Paimon being around?
Oh, these options.
Oh, you stop it! Now you're embarrassing Paimon.
We'll be nice to her. We've called her emergency food often enough.
So, next question. Don't know if it's okay to ask this, but Paimon's curious. What was it like traveling with your brother? The stars? Wow. Yeah, Paimon understands. Being separated without even knowing the reason why, it's just terrible.
Yeah. Would be good to know a little bit more about anything, to be honest.
But we'll find the truth together. Sure as Paimon's your guide. Just you wait, heavenly principles, and you too, Teyvat.
Here's hoping.
You know what? We've talked too long about this sad stuff. Let's talk about something happy instead, 'cause if you're sad, Paimon will be too. All right. It's getting dark, so why don't you rest? Paimon will take first watch. Don't worry, no monster's gonna come and eat you up. Oh, come on, don't say that. Paimon just wants to look after you for once.
Aw, how sweet.
Nighty-night. Go on, shoo, off to sleep.
So, like, we're definitely gonna get attacked here. 100%.
Hey,
Oh,
time to wake up.
maybe
The
not.
sun has risen.
Huh. Interesting. Wasn't expecting that.
What a deep sleeper. You do know that we need to... Tear stains. You dreamed of your sibling last night, didn't you? All right. Rest here a bit longer then. I'll head into the forest to investigate.
Oh dear. Huh. Yeah, that is a little suspicious that she's missing. Guess we better go... Oh. What was that? Weird. Alright, we need to be... Oh. Are you serious? Can I not switch characters right now? No! That is so unfortunate.
That's...
Halt! What do you think you're doing? This place is not whatever you think it is. Nor should you be poking your nose into my business. Begone! Your travel companion. You mean the one that was keeping watch by your side last night?
Yes, and I don't like the laughter you just made.
Your companion departed for the forest early this morning. That much I saw with my own eyes.
Uh-huh. Okay. Random sketchy guy. No.
What business is that of yours, hmm? All you need to know is that I claimed this place first, and what I do here is none of your concern.
Uh-huh.
Do I make myself quite clear? Leave.
I'm not so sure I want to. Find that very concerning, actually. Thank you. Yeah. Right? There's enough sketchy stuff
Well?
happening around here
What are you waiting for?
that I feel like, it's a little bit dangerous to just leave him alone. That was a very sketchy giggle he went and had right then. Not so sure I trust that, to be honest. In fact, to clarify, I definitely don't trust that whatsoever, so we will be staying right here, thank you very much, sir.
If
Oh,
you must.
We lost voice lines.
Suit yourself. I've been observing you, and you
Well, we're
don't
neither
look
of those
like a
things.
forest rat. Still, I'm warning you, no funny, okay? Fine. Whatever. Just move on. You... Oh, go on then. Have it your way.
What are
I
we
knew I
hiding?
wasn't going to be able to hide this anyway.
Okay,
Just come,
sure.
but no overreacting to anything you
What do you
see
mean
in here, okay?
overreacting?
You understand me? Come on then.
What are you doing? Is that a hilly churl in there? I see a mask. I bet it is. I bet you that it is. It is. Huh. Hello.
mind your own
Okay.
business.
I mean, that's
Don't
cool.
worry.
You wouldn't be
He
the
isn't
first guy
aggressive.
with
How could he
weird
be?
attempts at
He was too young
interruptions.
for anything like that. So don't you lay a finger on him. Just find... Huh?
Yeah, he has got the eyes.
You know Conria? Who are you? Do you worship a god, traveler? Sounds like you've had an eventful life.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right, well, my name
Maybe.
is Ida. And
I'm gonna
you are
try with that
correct.
one. We've lost
I
voice lines,
was
so
once Conrian.
no idea what that's meant to be.
I apologize
with
for my
E.
earlier hostility, but you must understand, as far as I'm concerned,
Well, we're
humans
not
who
really
do not
from
worship
around
the
here,
Seven are
so
nigh
makes sense we don't worship
extinct.
them.
And all who place faith in the gods are my enemies. That may be. But the fact is that
I mean,
chances
fair
to talk
enough.
to people
It's
like
true that
yourself
there
have
aren't many
been
people around like that.
few. This wretched curse of immortality. The curse. We lost our home. Our loved
You know, the
ones.
more I hear about
Everything.
this cataclysm, the more
The
curious
agony
I
of
get. Because,
the
like, we
cataclysm
met
itself was already too much to bear, but then
some of
came the
the
curse,
gods who were,
robbing
at the
us
very
any
least,
chance of
tangentially
release.
involved, if not directly involved. Most of them probably somewhat directly. And, like, in particular, like, I'm not gonna say that Zhongli doesn't have, like, kind of would murder you vibes, because I think he's probably the one that I feel like is borderline, and I also think I could see Raiden Shogun for sure. Girl went a little crazy there for a bit. But Venti? Nah, don't get those vibes from him, which I know he went to sleep or something for a long time, or whatever. I don't know. There's definitely some things going on behind the background here that we just don't know about.
All we can do is watch helplessly.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fair question, right? Why? What's the difference?
Because, although Conria began with a single blood, any who
Okay.
forsook their gods and came to when the cataclysm came, we pure-blood Conrians were declared
Okay, so
the
it depends.
greater
It's all a degree of
sinners.
separation. Everyone
Upon us the gods
who
placed the
was turned
curse
as from outside
of
who
immortality.
journeyed in. Interesting.
But those whose
Oh.
ancestry belonged to the domains of other gods were punished with the curse of the wilderness as they fled, turning them into
Oh.
monsters.
Thanks for the heads up. I will turn down a little bit. Let me know if that's any better. I actually completely lost sound there for a minute in my earphones, so that probably has
He
something
is
to do with it.
Calibert, my illegitimate son.
Oh. Uh-huh. Okay.
How times have changed. I can say that out loud with no consequence now, but it was once a matter of unspeakable shame.
Great. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate the heads up. Okay. Huh.
I was a noble of Conria, by blood, but I resented the life that my family had arranged for me. And then, one day, I met a beautiful woman amongst the people. Her roots were in Mondstadt, but that mattered not to me. It was love at first sight. Calibert faced great hardship from the very moment of his birth. All due to my selfish desires, and I was never able to be there by his side for any of it. After all that, he turned into a hilly troll right before my very eyes. I always owed him much, and now at least I can finally be close to him.
Oh man. Okay. Look, I won't do anything here, but my goodness. That's, oh boy.
She was. We were separated. I do not wish to dwell on it. It could be worse. I suffer the pain of loss because I once had everything I could wish for. And now that I have lost almost everything, the little that remains I see with new clarity.
Oh man. That's good. What worries me is that Dainsleif isn't here yet. He strikes me as someone who's a touch impulsive. So this could get bad.
If nothing else, at least I still have Calibert.
Goodness.
Yes, that reminds me. I only returned here to check on Calibert, but I do have other things I wish to do. You may come with me, if you're so inclined.
Okay, sure. We clearly don't have anything better to do, I guess. But this certainly strikes me as another situation somewhat destined for tragedy. Which, in a certain sense, it already is a tragedy, but my goodness. I don't think it's gonna go well.
Over here. I'm sure you're wondering why I brought Calibert here to Sumeru.
I mean, yeah, a little bit. It's kind of a weird choice. But, you know, no judgment, I guess.
Well, it's because he needs a medicine that can only be made here. One which will help him to recover his clarity of mind.
Yeah, that seems interesting. I mean, I guess it's possible, but I don't want to know what you're gonna want to have to do to get that cure if Dainsleif wasn't willing to do it. Of course, that's assuming, you know, it's an actual problem and not just a lie.
I do not hope to break the curse. I am well aware of my powerlessness against the punishment of the gods.
Okay. Then what's your goal exactly?
But it is said that this medicine is imbued with the power of Sumeru's god of wisdom and can awaken the mind from a state of deep stupor. It has been used in the past to treat cases of mania.
Right, so you're hoping it'll at least bring his mind back even if you can't fix the curse itself. Fair enough, I guess. It's good to have hope and something to try for. Assuming you're not going to go absolutely bonkers attempting to get said cure.
I believe that it might just work. I read about it in a book. From the Royal Library of Conria. It was banned. I mean, since this medicine requires the power of the Seven to work. In my youth, I disliked the life of nobility and craved excitement. I was leafing through some forbidden text and happened upon it.
Yeah, okay. Gotta love those random banned book solutions. That doesn't seem like a good idea, but
What other choice do I have?
yeah.
What exactly would you have me do, huh?
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. You don't really have other options, so I get why you're going for it, but...
The gods have already punished us. What does one more sin matter now? Never mind. As long as you understand. I'm sorry. I struggle to take control of my mood sometimes. Perhaps a consequence of having lived too long. Yeah.
Perhaps. Or, you know, a lot of trauma certainly won't help with that one.
As it
either,
happens,
I'm sure.
I am in dire need of some help to make this medicine. My hands don't have the dexterity they once did. I fear they may be decaying from within. All thanks to this curse of immortality. Okay. To start with, take this ingredient.
Okay. Oh. Huh. Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Also, do you have any of Sumeru's regional specialties on hand? I believe they're called Kalpalata lotuses and Sumeru roses.
Probably. I think I went around gathering those at one point. At least the roses for sure. I have a couple.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, in that case, we have everything we need.
Okay. Well, you know what? If that's all you need to try, I have had people ask me for weirder things.
This is the method for making the medicine. You just need to follow the steps.
Okay. Alright.
Is it done? Oh, splendid. Let me see. In all honesty, I do not know what the end product is supposed to look like. The banned book didn't feature any illustrations. Well, the moment has finally arrived. Curses.
What do you mean, curses? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That does not bode well.
No! We need to perform one final step to complete the medicine. I said before that this medicine relies on the power of the God of Wisdom for its restorative effects.
Yeah, you sure did. I don't like the mania in your voice saying that, bud.
Which means we must pay a visit to a statue of the Seven.
Okay. Okay, maybe not quite so bad. Yeah, probably
Let's
just
go.
best to not.
Bring the medicine with you.
Okay.
I'll race you there.
Oh.
statue. How can I bow before this thing? God of wisdom, look at me! I will utter no prayer, nor will I sing your praises. You and your kind destroyed my home, wrought unfathomable suffering on my compatriots, yet here I stand before you. You cannot mock me more than fate itself already has. God of wisdom, I seek not to disavow myself of the sinful blood that flows through my veins. I wish only to beseech you to have pity upon a young and unfortunate soul.
Okay.
My son, Calibert. He was turned into a monster before he had the chance to witness anything beautiful in this world. This is no fate for a child. If everything the gods have done was in order to have the impious people of Conria bow their heads, then I bow to you now. I have given up all I ever stood for. All I ask is for a tiny miracle. For Calibert to see this world once more.
Oh, man.
Please, God! I beg of you. I have made quite enough of a fool of myself for one day. Let's go.
This does not feel like it will bode well. Because I gotta imagine that if this doesn't work, our new pal here is not going to be particularly pleased.
Calibert? Well, we've prepared the medicine. We might as well try it. Calibert, it's me. It's your father. Calibert. Calibert, please say something. I'm sorry I couldn't be at your side when you were born. And that I failed to reach you and Mama in time when you both were suffering. But I'm here now. Papa's been by your side all these years. I've never left you, not once. Are you still angry with me, Calibert? I know you're awake now. Do you not want to talk to me? I'm so sorry, Calibert. Forgive me. Please, say something, anything. Please. Please.
Oh, man.
Oh, gods above! What more do you want from me? You took everything from here, and I still bowed to you. I'd give you my very life if only you cared to take it. But you won't even let me die. I knew it. I should never have trusted anything that had to do with the gods. I was just deluding myself.
Gosh. I mean, what's crazy to me is that they put this story immediately after the whole arc where our whole goal was actively rescuing Nihida. Because one, she needed it, and two, like, the treatment of her by her people was just terrible. And now we've got essentially the perfect opposite perspective to that. Which, and the thing is, they're both true, which is just the worst thing ever.
The gods of this world have never stood with humanity, not even for a moment. Other reasons. What do you mean? Huh. You really think so? Give up? No, never! And yes, you're right. I cannot let myself wallow in despair.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's possible. I don't have a lot of hope in that one, though, unfortunately.
Even if I must stay here with him for 50 years, 100, what difference does it make? I do not lack for time. Let's go. We'll make another dose.
Certainly won't hurt him to have hope, I suppose.
The most crucial ingredient in this medicine is the unusual mushroom, which makes things complicated, but not impossible.
Yeah. Where are we going now? Because I've never seen those before, and we see a lot of mushrooms traveling around.
I grow them in that field.
Uh-huh.
The details don't matter, right? Curb your curiosity and just do as I instruct. If you truly wish to help me, that is how you can do it.
Okay.
There is a waterfall near the statue I prayed at. I need you to collect some water from there around 2 in the afternoon.
Weirdly specific, but alright.
I'll be here, watching Calibert. Once you're back, I will make some fertilizer for the mushrooms.
Good. Then please head over when the time comes.
Okay. Again, weirdly specific, but I'm not gonna question your random mushroom growing habits.
Bet you can't keep up with me!
Once again, we've seen weirder.
I'll race you there!
I do wish we could be not Amber, though. I mean, I could switch characters in the characters I have equipped, but very rude that we got stuck with Amber here. So either that means it was a very clever way of forcing us to have a pyro character in our party, which I guess is possible, in which case I don't think this is gonna go well, because Amber's level like 40, I think, or they just didn't think through. I suppose either is possible.
I'll race you there! Bet you can't keep up with me!
At least it's relatively nice to travel from here back up to the top. Nobody we have to fight or anything. Oh, what are those? Those are just some mystery flowers, huh? Ah, what is this?
Ah, you're back. Calibert's condition is stable.
Well, that's good at least. We didn't completely destroy everything.
By which I mean he still isn't responding.
Right. But like, you did give him a random mystery medicine, so we're gonna take that as a win here.
Anyway, give me the water.
There you go.
I need you to stand guard here for a while. Whatever you do, don't let any forest rangers approach the house. Understand? Ah, good. I'll be back soon. The fertilizer won't take but a moment to make.
Okay. Oh.
No one escapes my sights! Hey there!
Unfortunately,
A proper send-off from Christina with love. Coming at ya!
I mean, everything's on fire now, so that's something, I suppose.
Coming at ya!
Wait.
Hiya!
There's actually enough of these guys right now. This isn't the worst idea. Money here.
Let's shred, Sharpie! Coming at ya!
Just gonna
Ha!
hit him with a normal attack.
What happened? Was it monsters?
Yes.
Oh, thank goodness you were here. I couldn't have taken them on all by myself. I'd have to hide and wait until they were gone.
Okay. I tell you what, whoever this voice actor is has done a great job at projecting mildly deranged.
Oh, yes, I've got the fertilizer. The effects can take some time to kick in, so let's get on with it.
Okay, let's do it.
Next, we pick the mushrooms and repeat the same steps as before to make another dose. I trust you still remember the method.
Sure do. Wasn't very difficult. Hopefully we have enough stuff. Okay, well, we're good for a while at least. Although we'll have to see how many times this takes before he's willing to give up.
Oh, sorry. I just, after resting in this field for a while, my thoughts began to wander. I have been so very wary for many years. If only I could fall asleep here in this field and never wake up again. I do indeed. That's why it was just a fleeting thought. Thank you for your help once again. And now, for the final step. Back to the Statue of the Seven.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have some doubts on the efficacy of this treatment. Really, really do, unfortunately.
We're here. Let's begin. Wait a moment. Hey, what was that? Calibert? Oh no, he must have left while we were too busy preparing the medicine to notice. Come on, we have to catch up with him.
Oh boy. This isn't gonna go well. Not well at all, I suspect.
That's not Calibert.
No, no, it's not. He doesn't have the scarf, which is good. That's good.
Right. Calibert's scarf was a gift I once gave to his mother. I use it now as a marker of sorts. My eyes must be going. How could I not recognize my own son? This decrepit body of mine. Yes. It doesn't seem interested in us in the least.
It seems intent on walking in that direction. Where could it be going? Yes. The more we know about Hilly Churls, the better.
Is that the way to the chasm? Like, I'm not positive. Oh. Can I not look at the map? Seriously? Like, I just want to look at it. Fine. Yeah, it's definitely the way to the chasm. Look on the mini-map. There's the edge.
Did it go in here? Well, let's head in.
Yeah. I mean, that tracks if we're looking for a weird, sketchy place. Right near the chasm is about as weird as you can get.
What a ghastly place. Has it always existed? I swear I've never noticed it before.
Huh. It is weird. It's got very interesting architecture, too. Not really like anything I'd say we've seen before.
Huh. It looks like they're, worshipping. Sometimes walking, sometimes kneeling in worship, and it appears to be in earnest.
Yeah. Weird. Especially considering they're technically from Conria, which is not a thing.
I've never seen anything like this in all my life. What in the world does this place conceal?
I don't know. Kind of feels like, I want to poke at it a little bit, though.
Oh, there's only one way to find out.
Seems we're in agreement, then. Does feel a little bit like, down inside. Where we were finding the resting place before. Oh. Oh dear. Are y'all gonna actually attack? Okay, fine.
Hey there!
Easy.
Hey there! Attack! Carving waves! Amazing!
That's weird and purple. Normally those are green. Yes, they let me change. Heck yeah. Thank goodness. Okay. I'm glad I went over there to investigate the purpleness. Can you do that at all points, or is it just the purple ones? I've never actually tried before. That's why I asked. Okay, won't open. Gotta check all the corners, you know. I don't think they're hiding anything else in here, though. Whoa. That looks intimidating. Oh. We've been sucked into a portal.
Is this a teleportation device? What energy is powering it?
Yeah, it's a little weird. It looks like, what we found in that underground area that we were in before with the upside down city, though. Probably similar technology from Conria. I'd guess. Oh? That is so strange. What was that? Oh, that's not good. I mean, like, this is fine. Did you just bubble me? Unacceptable.
Watch out! Fire! Well, really, let's ride! Surf's up! Catching at the wave!
one more hit to finish him. Alright. Not the end of the world, I suppose. She regens pretty fast.
Off we go.
Oh, another portal. Definitely a
Need a
weird
surfboard?
location that we're in. Oh. Huh. That's an interesting... Oh, we're up now. Okay. That's down where we were before, basically. I'm just curious.
Off we go.
That's an intimidating set of doors. Not sure I love that. Oh. Okay, so we're going up there, clearly. Oh. Okay. Fine.
Need a surfboard?
Alright, now we're not going to be able to do that anymore. Just wanted to take out the pyro before we switched over.
Coming at ya!
And it's all on Geo here. What are you? Oh. Okay, so this is like kind of a puzzly zone, it looks like. Presumably we have to light these up in some way. Let me get in here though. Maybe we climb on top? Oh no. Oh.
No! Not me.
That was unfortunate. Okay. So clearly that's not gonna work. Try that again and do a little better this time. With any luck. Oh. Okay. Huh. We can't go there. How do we get in here? Do I need to shoot it, maybe? I have a character who can do that currently.
Need a surfboard?
What about one of the other areas, maybe? What if we go forwards? Probably not. Okay.
Need a surfboard?
Shush, Moani. Not here. It's another portal zone. Alright, so there's gotta be then a way we can get up there. And the only way I can see is if we maybe shoot that thing now that we have that upgraded energy. But I think we'll need to switch out characters to do that, unfortunately.
Huh?
Oh!
How did I get on the ceiling? Did the room turn upside down, or gravity itself?
Okay, or we could do that, I guess.
Need a surfboard?
What is that? Oh. That's pretty cool.
Off we go.
Okay, so this is clearly just making use of Conradin technology. Young lady, please jump. Thank you.
Seems like I need to find a place to insert the rune.
Uh-huh. Sure does. Okay, so there's that, and then we'll just need to go back, right side up, presumably. Just want to make sure we check out all the areas here.
Need a surfboard?
Hate to miss something fun.
Off we go.
Clearly, there's a lot happening. Okay, so now we're right side up again. And presumably we can go inside? Aha! Okay. Follow the bubbles. 'Cause the other side doesn't look like it's unlocked yet. Ah, there's our third little crystal. Okay, so that should be all three. Oh. Gotta love sketchy holes in the floor. Always a great idea to jump down them, I'm sure. This is very calming music for the not calm vibes I currently have.
Halt, humans! Fate has not granted you the right to enter this place.
Whoa. Those are like full and proper sentences. How interesting.
Do you insist on an audience? Very well. Then I grant you the trial of destiny.
Oh boy. Okay, so I think we were definitely supposed to have some fire characters here. I think I missed a hint. Well, I didn't miss it. I deliberately ignored a hint. He looks cryo. If I had to pick. Oh. Or, you know, multi-elemental. That's cool too. What do you... How is Navia dead? What? When did that happen?
To me.
Oh no, you know what? I fell off the floor. I forgot I just fell off the floor. That's okay. We have a great many healing abilities here.
Shower me with praise. Coming at ya. Coming at ya.
Shouldn't be too bad of an issue here.
Amazing.
Question is the boss that has multi-health levels.
Hey there.
I thought,
Watch out.
guess we'll have to see.
Watch out.
It's been a long time without that fire.
Let my name echo in song. I must leave no stone unturned. Time to clean up.
Not a fairness, we got plenty of crystal regen back in here, so that's something I suppose. Thank you.
I'll catch up. Coming at ya.
There we go.
Who was that? He was a perfect being. I'm in awe.
Oh boy. I knew he was like a little on the edge of crazy, but this concerns me.
He had the most wondrous aura, a perilous yet beautiful power. Oh, truly mesmerizing.
Uh-huh.
And yet, you were able to defeat him. Oh, your strength is greater than I had imagined.
Don't like that. Don't like that at all, actually. I continue to remain concerned.
Let's continue on. I find myself growing more curious by the second and more excited.
Uh-huh. Oh boy. This isn't gonna go well, is it? I don't like the fact that he said granted an audience either. this feeling whatever we're about to
I
meet might not be
present.
the most friendly. We're just gonna get everybody back up to full health, just in case here. Cause better safe than sorry, I figure. And it won't take that long. And I probably should potentially grab a Cairo character, but we'll see. See if we run into anything that will let me change characters.
Need a surfboard?
Gotta say, the doors here are really cool and very intimidating. Like, they knew what they were doing when they created those.
I think we've made it to the end.
Uh-huh. That does not bode well at all. Yeah, but that thing seems way worse.
Oh, dear creature, why do you bow down? For fear of the unknown? Or for power that you covet?
Oh boy.
Oh, dear creature, why do you bow down? For I am no god. I am but a sinner. You are like a flower, born in sin, yet pure, spotless. I know your fate well. You need no longer hold back your resentment, nor accept the countless lies. Go forth, become a transcendent one. Rise beyond the fate bestowed upon you.
That does not sound good.
And I shall shed a tear at the end of time, as I gaze back upon your life.
What the? Oh, oh no.
What just happened? When I saw that thing, my heart was instantly at peace. I was overcome by a sense of awe or joy, perhaps. I am. I feel good. In fact, I feel better than I did before I came in here. How peculiar.
Yeah, that does not bode well either. I don't like this.
Oh, is that so? All right, as you wish. Calibert! Oh, thank goodness! He's still okay. I have a strange feeling that what just happened was meant to be.
Uh-huh. Okay. You're not gonna go there, are you? You're gonna not follow the instructions, and instead we're gonna use whatever that random purple thing was. This isn't gonna go well, you know.
For this to happen, right at the moment when I was dreading worshipping at a statue of the Seven, it's as if fate was calling to me. You say that I bowed before that thing, so perhaps it might be just as effective. I have to try. No matter what, you said it yourself. I have to exhaust all options.
I mean, I guess, but there are Other options we've yet to try before going with the scary purple aura. Because this may have the opposite
Calibert.
effect. If this works, I'm going to be absolutely stunned.
Papa?
No way.
Calibert! Oh, my goodness, it worked! It's a miracle! Oh, Calibert, my dear son! You see, it worked! Calibert can speak again!
He sure can. Okay. So something's definitely interesting about the weird purple aura. Then, which we already knew that, but if it can do that, this is gonna lead to a conflict, isn't it? Because this is the first sign of hope these people have had in 500 years.
Where's Mama?
Mama is... Calibert, look at me. Do you know who I am?
Of course. Your Papa.
Yes! Salvation! Sweet salvation! Yes, yes! This is what this feeling is. How do you feel, Calibert? Are you fully awake now?
Yes. It feels like I just woke up from a long, long sleep. I dreamed that I was hiding in a little room. I didn't dare go out the whole time, and I didn't want to either. Wait.
Oh, this bit isn't gonna go well.
My body! What happened to me? Is this me? Papa? What's happened to me?
Don't panic, son. It's just... While you were sleeping, we went into a fairy tale world. There's no more Conria here. No more home. But... Do you know what that means? No more red sky. No more end of the world. In this world, you have to be a little monster, but you get to stay with Papa forever.
Am I dead?
No, of course not. Look, Calibert, you still have Mama's scarf on your arm. That means she's watching over you, protecting you. So how could you be dead?
Really?
Yes, really. You've only just woken up, and this must all be very confusing for you. Just rest here for now. Things will get better.
You might want to watch him.
Oh, and you have to promise me something. Never take off your mask.
Okay, I gotta admit, that's a weird one.
Understand? Whatever happens, you mustn't take it off.
Okay, Papa. I won't. I promise.
Yeah, that's another weird one.
Not since that day have I been so glad as I am now. I can't believe this is really happening. I knew that placing my hope in the Seven was a waste of time. I even worshipped at one of their statues like a common fool. Never before have I humiliated myself like that. Once a murderer, always a murderer. I was naive to think that the gods who conspired against us would ever offer redemption. But the god we saw in that cave, now
That was a truly mighty god. Nothing like one of the seven. That wondrous power, it was truly enchanting. Surely that must have been the reason I bowed down. Now then, after one beseeches a god, and the god responds by answering their prayers, should they, do something to show their devotion? Piety is hardly my area of expertise. But surely I should honor the god that has honored my wishes. A sinner? Oh, don't be absurd. You don't know a single thing about him. How dare you utter such blasphemy?
I mean, we talked with him, but go off, I guess.
You and I have both witnessed his divine power. When has the seven worked a miracle like this before? Never! He is a god, mightier than they, and yet you would call him a sinner. Oh, preposterous!
This is going to turn out unfortunately again. I had hope for a minute here that we were going to just be chill. But this isn't going to go well.
No
is
matter.
it?
Believe what you will. You cannot shake my faith.
Huh. Okay.
I am going to pay my respects with or without you.
Oh no, don't go back into the sketchy cave. Yeah, no, he shouldn't go alone. That would be bad. Be very bad, quite frankly. Else we've got, because at some point presumably we're gonna head back up with Dainsleif again. Theoretically, at least we know he's around in the area, so we're still missing him and we're missing Paimon.
Need a surfboard?
So at some point hopefully we'll find both, or honestly either of them. Did we just randomly get shoved back into our old party? We did. That's weird. I mean, like, at this point I'm committed to it, and I don't have a pyro character I'd want to bring anyway, other than... I guess maybe...
Let's ride!
Coming to town, I suppose.
Check this out! That's the mark! Coming at ya!
Nice. Let's see if we can get there faster this time. With any luck. It's weird that we haven't run into anybody. Oh, there's some more slimes. How did our guy get through here though? Like that does not track.
Hey there! Hey there!
Grab that. Build up as much charge for Navi as we can, I suppose. See what's up with this statue, because there's gotta be some weird stuff going on here. Maybe we can find out a little more here. That would be ideal.
No! Impossible! What happened?
What the heck?
The Hilly Churl worshippers have disappeared too?
Yeah. Did they just, like, move it? Like, what the heck?
Was it all an illusion?
It was bigger than us.
That's true. Yes, it can't have been an illusion. I still feel that awesome and wondrous power flowing through my mind and body.
What the heck?
It was neither illusion nor coincidence, and certainly no dream. It was a wonder. Yes, a divine wonder.
Uh-huh.
Let's go, traveler. There is surely a reason for its disappearance, and I do believe that someday in the future, we shall see it again. Could he really have been a sinner and not a god?
Huh. Okay. Well, that was weird. I hate that every one of these little quests we get seems to just leave us with more questions and no
Calibert?
answers. Oh.
Where has he gone? Oh, no, no, no. Maybe someone else came by and found him? No, it can't have been that. There's no sign of a break-in and no sign of anyone having been here. This does not bode well. What if he's spotted by a forest ranger or an adventurer in his current state? They'd... Wait a minute. This isn't how we left it.
Oh no, he opened the mirror. He opened the mirror and presumably freaked out, which understandable. And I'm wondering if he took off the mask.
Did he? The mirror, it's broken!
What? Was it not broken earlier? I mean, it was broken when we touched it. Unless we're not really here.
He must have taken his mask off and seen what he looks like beneath it.
Well, I mean, you did admittedly expressly forbid a child from doing so, so what did you really expect?
If he'd just done as he was told! We have to find him. It's his scarf. He dropped it.
Oh, that's not good either, because without that, he's gonna look like anything.
Looks like we're going the right way. Come on.
It's not good at all.
Calibert! Calibert! Where are you?
Oh, there's some forest rangers.
Curses!
Bad.
Forest rangers.
Hey! Who are you? We haven't seen you around here before. What's your business here?
Have you seen a hilly churl? A hilly churl should have come past this way. Have you seen it?
I asked you first. Don't make this more difficult than it needs to be.
I also probably wouldn't alert them to the presence of a hilly churl here. They might decide to take care of him.
I said, have you...
Hey, whoa!
Calm
Look,
down,
sir,
bro.
there's no need to get so worked up. There are hilly churls everywhere. What's the big deal? We see plenty of them out here.
Exactly. Matter of fact, we just took out a few of them back there. Those dumb boneheads.
Oh boy.
You, Forest Ranger scum! You spawn of the Seven are all the same. I'll have your heads if you so much as laid a finger on Calibert!
Oh boy. We're back to being bad again.
You're raving mad! You've got some gall coming here to our nation insulting the forest rangers!
Curse you all, forest rangers!
Okay. Goodness.
I don't get it. Why make such a huge fuss over a few hilly churls? Makes no sense.
You...
They don't know. Can't fault them for taking out people who regularly attack them.
He'd only just regained his mind. How could you do this to him? So tell me, forest rangers, did you really spare none of them? Did you really take out every last hilly churl you saw?
Jeez, you're really not gonna let this go. Fine, you weirdo. If you must know, I happened to cross paths with a solitary hilly churl when I left the team to, use the toilet. I was frightened at first, but it didn't seem to have any interest in me at all. It was just bumbling along in that direction, so I left it alone.
Okay. Well, that's good. That could be an option.
Yes! Wonderful! Wonderful! Let's go! We have to find him!
Wait, you're leaving? Not even a thanks for the info, goodbye?
Yeah, no, we don't have time for that. Sorry. Just gonna be honest, my guy here is barely hanging on to Sandbase, so...
Carving waves!
Ah. Oh. Really? Boo.
Off we go.
Oh, there it might be him. I hope it's him.
Calibert! Calibert, stop! It's me! It's Papa! Whatever you saw, it was all a trick. An illusion.
You really can't keep lying to the kid like that.
I told you, we're in a fairy tale world now. Nothing here is real. Please, Calibert, come back. It's time to go back. Calibert? How could this happen? He regained his mind. He must be able to hear me. Surely.
I don't know about that.
Come, Calibert. We have to go home now.
Oh.
Papa?
Calibert,
Papa, I can't take it.
please, Calibert. It's my fault. I'm so sorry. If only I'd known.
It's all too much. Papa?
Oh. Oh boy.
I see. I understand now. Finally, it all makes sense.
What the heck?
Ah, traveler, you're awake. Finally, we can rejoice together.
What are you on about now, buddy?
Wait, no. Why am I still calling you traveler? Oh, I have known your true identity for some time now. I suspected it was you. Oh, from the beginning. I had to talk to you to be sure.
What the heck?
Oh, of course you haven't. With your status, you can hardly be expected to know all of us.
What does that mean?
In any case, I've been using a fake name this entire time. Ida is the name of a servant I once had.
Uh-huh. Okay. Alright. Who are you then?
My real name is Clotar.
Okay.
Clotar Alberic.
Oh, he is. Ooh. Ooh, that's not gonna go well.
You saw it too, didn't you? Unmistakable, eh? The power inside Calibert and the power of the one you call a sinner. It was one and the same.
I mean, yes. I suppose. Still not a good thing, in my opinion.
Yeah, I am positive now. It's the power of the abyss, isn't it?
Probably. Still not good.
At long last, I have seen it with my own eyes. That is no business of yours.
I mean, okay, but like...
A sinner.
Okay.
Yes. Salvation for a sinner can only come from a sinner. Calibert did not deserve his fate, but now... it's wonderful. He will be able to weave his own destiny anew.
Again, don't like that at all.
Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the loom of fate.
Oh, there's that name again. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Sinister. Dangerous.
Yeah, just a bit from what we've seen.
Oh, I never imagined that you, of all people, would deny the abyss. How ridiculous!
You keep talking like you know of me. More than likely, you might know of my brother, or directly know my brother, but I don't know you.
We once believed that you would bring new strength and hope to Conria. To us, you were the abyss. A wondrous mystery far beyond our imagination and comprehension.
So you definitely have spoken to Aether then.
And the one who controls the abyss can control everything. We yearned for that future. We looked to you to take us there.
Uh-huh.
But what did you bring us instead? Oh, Prince of Conria.
Yeah, you're a little confused, bro.
What did he just call me?
Yeah, something weird's going around here.
Traveler! Hey, Traveler! Traveler!
Oh boy. Okay. I guess that explains how Aether got
You're awake! Oh, thank
involved,
goodness you're awake!
kind of, in all of this.
Paimon was worried sick! Traveler? Traveler?
What happened while you were unconscious? I checked the ley lines nearby. It appears that the Abyss tampered with them, and they've been in turmoil ever since. Information and memories flow within the ley lines. What did you witness? You mean Clotar Alberic?
Uh-huh.
After founding the Abyss Order, his faith in the Abyss led him to do a great many things. But the curse of immortality continued to torment his body and mind. And in the end, neither his faith nor the abyss he worshipped could save him. After 100 years, he lost his mind completely and was never seen again. Yet his dark legacy lived on. The defiled statue that we encountered previously was just one perverse product of his use of abyssal power during his life. You could say that. He wouldn't be the Abyss Order's prince otherwise.
Weird that they were calling him that so early, though. Very weird.
Are you alright? You have a troubled look on your face. What happened?
So you saw his memories from centuries ago through your own eyes. It all but defies belief.
Yeah, it does a bit, but I mean, I suppose we've always been a bit weird.
Still, as I'd suspected, the notion of the loom of fate did indeed rear its head during that time.
True. And it does seem to be a dangerous thing.
And it seems closely connected to Clotar Alberich's son, Calibert, and what happened to him. And yet your brother never breathed a word of this incident to me. I wonder, was that the moment that he decided to go down this path?
Perhaps. It certainly seems like it might have been a start.
Indeed. Clearly, this series of events sparked a long period of deep contemplation. This was where it all began. What is it?
The field? What does that have to do with anything?
You mean here? Well, let's start digging and see.
You scared the Duke out of Paimon! Did you rebury them yet?
A male and female skeleton, buried together. Interestingly, the male skeleton appears to have been interred much later, and it's holding a silk scarf in its hand.
Uh-huh. That would be Clotar then. Potentially done either by Aether or, I suppose, if Calibert actually survived, him.
But what does this mean? And how did you know that there were bodies buried here? What? That's impossible. Unless Clotar Alberich finally found a way to rid himself of the curse. This all raises far too many questions. I need time to think, and to search my memories for some missing pieces.
Understandable.
We should part ways here.
Huh? You're just gonna leave? Why? You could come with us, you know?
I don't think we're gonna get him with that one. And honestly, understandable he needs to take a minute.
It's better that we split up for now. I think that he might have seen you.
Who's he?
Yes. I have my suspicions as to his identity, but I need to confirm some other details before I can be sure.
Fair enough.
If the time is right, I will tell you when we next meet.
Okay. Well, here's hoping the time is right, because we cannot keep having a complete lack of answers here. Like we have been. It is not gonna work.
But what do you mean that he saw the Traveler? How is that possible?
I fear that while these things would limit anyone else, they are no obstacle to him.
Okay. Dangerous, that. But alright.
What? Why? What is he?
All right, let's leave it there. Get some rest. Goodbye.
Bye, I guess. That was abrupt.
There goes Dane. And just like that, it's back to being the two of us again, huh? What is it? Huh?
Okay. That's very interesting. It makes a little bit more sense now how
I will protect you.
Aether might have ended up on the path he ended up on. Still can't say I necessarily agree with him, but it makes a little more sense, that's for sure. Let's see, is there anything of great importance here? Bushes. That's important. Where are we meant to be going now? Ooh! Act 1. That's exciting. We'll have to see what's in store for us here.
Good old caravan rebot. Now let Paimon think. What were we up to the first time we came here? Oh, Paimon remembers. Nahita's consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind to help her. So much time has already passed since then, and it seems Sumeru is changing for the better now that Nahita's in charge, right?
Yeah, it definitely looks a lot better around here. Less dead.
Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time, and then Nahita won't have any more new problems to deal with.
That would be something. But considering the everything going on with the Abyss, I don't know that that's very likely.
Yeah, guess you're right. We somehow always find ourselves right in the thick of it. Who knows what will happen next?
Presumably something desperate and problematic.
Come to think of it, maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble.
It's that main character energy.
Huh? Me? Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got caught in some strange whirlpool and sucked out into sea. And even then, you fished Paimon out.
She's not wrong.
Anyway, for Nahita's sake, maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for now.
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still love wandering around.
Mm-hmm. Sure do.
Oh, it's Dia! Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually taking care of some serious business. Even though it may have nothing to do with our journey.
Yeah.
But
Not
never
wrong.
mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just escorting a shipment of goods. I'm on my way to report back.
Huh. Okay. Well, that's good at least.
That's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you two talking about anyway? Huh? You serious?
I mean, yeah. You sound very upset by that notion. Is there something we should be aware of?
Can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers after all. I guess you'd never stay for too long in one place.
Yeah.
Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to feel sad just thinking about it.
Don't worry, we'll come back and visit.
Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two? What do you say?
Thanks, but no need. Oh, Paimon had no clue you'd miss us so much. But don't worry, we'll come back to see everyone when we get a chance.
Yeah. We'll have to. I have a lot of Sumeru left to clear. Feel like I've gotten hardly any of it.
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. Knowing you two, I'm sure it won't be anything you can't handle.
Well, hopefully not.
So, when are you leaving?
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few dishes in Sumeru that Paimon hasn't tried yet. Now, where's that list Paimon made?
There are potentially more important things. Besides, I got all the recipes. I can cook it for you. Now, who are you? That's the real question, suspicious individual.
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going away party or anything. It's sad enough to see you go like this.
Aww.
Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you. Seems true heroes always prefer leaving quietly.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahida? Oh, good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
No.
Then,
she'll
I
be
guess
alright.
this is goodbye for now, Traveler in Paimon. Whether as a client or a friend, you're always welcome to come find me.
Goodbye, Dia. Bye-bye, Sumeru.
Okay. So. Now we just have to. Alright. Can we teleport there? Because I don't want to fly across. Yeah, we can. That'll be easier. I already did that flight. I feel no need to do it again. We are, however, going to completely ignore their directions and just jump off the side of the roof. Much more simple.
After crossing all that sand and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's port! Wow! Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine! Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed, and there are all kinds of unusual machines! Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do!
Maybe. It is gorgeous architecture, too. Everything here, like every single one, I feel like they've done such a good job of making them all so different from each other. Like, they're all very distinct.
What do you think? Good idea! Nahida gave us loads of useful information. Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point. Yeah, the more we can learn, the better. So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said that she has a very unique personality, whatever that means.
I don't know. Doesn't sound good. I'll say that.
To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him. Clearly, he was a pretty decent person.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened. Still, his story is quite the tearjerker.
Doesn't feel like a conversation we should interrupt.
Excuse me. Can I help you too? I couldn't help but notice you standing here listening.
Yeah, sorry, that was rude of us.
Hi. We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to ask, but you seemed to be really busy talking about some kind of play, so we didn't want to interrupt.
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened. In fact, it's a case that was just heard a few days ago.
Oh.
Really? Like, a real trial? But the way you were talking about it and the words you used just now made it sound like some kind of story.
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while harboring ulterior motives.
I suppose.
Whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out on the stage is splendid enough.
Uh-huh. That's not really the attitude I'd expect from the people of the Archon of Justice, but I suppose if that's your thing, that could be your personal opinion.
Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question Fontaine's way of doing things. It's just that putting someone on trial is usually a very serious thing.
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases.
Okay, I guess.
And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice Neuvillette, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon.
I'm sorry, the what
Between
now?
the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of the past now.
That is a name and a half. And that's a choice. Goodness. How many people do you think they made randomly say that? Because I'm guessing it's a lot.
Oratrice? Is it some kind of machine, too? Oh, Paimon's curious. We should check it out if we get the chance. Wait, Paimon almost forgot to ask you our question. Do you know what we should do if we want to meet the Hydro Archon?
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Furina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's her biggest passion.
Wait. Furina's an Archon? Huh. Okay.
I think what they mean is that they wish to speak with the Archon personally.
Okay, what does that mean? Alright, something's going on here.
In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and it'll depend on whether or not she has any time slots available.
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait, didn't you say that she's always at the Opera House?
No. Lady Furina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason it's difficult to make an appointment is simply because she's incredibly popular.
Okay, fair enough. There's certainly worse things.
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time to time, people can't get enough of her.
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon being described that way before.
Yeah, it's definitely different from any other one we've seen, to be honest.
Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is kinda like a big celebrity here, right?
Yeah, I suppose you could say that. Perhaps you could even say our mascot.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon you're talking about. You should show some more respect.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors. Otherwise, I might get arrested and find myself face to face with Monsieur Neuvillette.
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
Huh. Yeah, definitely a different relationship. At least it seems to be a generally positive one. So that's something. We're not looking at distaste or abject rebellion either. Not to say that the people of Inazuma weren't justified, because they very much were.
Alright, I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House. But who knows how long making an appointment will take? Guess we could have a look around the city in the meantime.
Yeah, there are worse things, I suppose.
Hey! What are you looking over there for? Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she? Maybe we better go check on her.
Probably better safe than sorry. She also seems interesting. Hello. Who are you? I know you. And I have you.
Hello there. Excuse me. Are you alright?
Huh? I'm fine. Thanks.
You don't sound fine.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem to be worried about something.
About many things, actually. But there's nothing I can do but just keep my troubles to myself. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was just atop that hill over there. See?
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
Though people call the waters around Fontaine a sea, it's actually just an inland lake that's filled with fresh water.
Okay.
And though I can still see that hill clearly in my memories, now it's been completely submerged.
Okay. Weird.
He would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the scent of the sea.
Okay, so they've got a water issue then, it sounds like. That would make sense. Furina's got a voice line about that when it rains. She says, I hope the waters aren't rising again. So they've got an issue, presumably.
But now, the water is gradually swallowing our memories. It won't be long before it swallows us.
Definitely a water problem then.
Sorry. Paimon doesn't really get what you mean.
I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Oh. Hello.
Oh, and you are?
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our childhood, that's all. There's no need for any concern.
Okay. Random Pyrovision individual. You seem to really want us to go away. Which, like fair, we are strangers, but perhaps suspiciously so.
Oh, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers from abroad.
You're not wrong. That's an interesting name choice, though. Huh. Alright.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really get what she was saying.
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone. In fact, she seldom speaks at all. I'm usually the only one she ever talks to.
Huh. Okay.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason.
I mean, she's not wrong, but...
So that's how you think it is?
Sorry.
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Seems you were right, Paimon. We are quite similar.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water is engulfing your memories? And that it won't be long before it engulfs you too?
Yeah, doesn't sound great.
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy that's been circulating in Fontaine for some time now. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Fontaine now. Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted each other yet, have we?
What does that mean?
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler.
Oh. Okay.
And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake? You're not poking fun at Paimon, are you?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine when making new friends. You should remember it. It might prove useful.
I suspect it will, considering who we're trying to meet with. And everything. And I think we're going to need to make some friends, so much appreciated. That etiquette lesson might just be important.
Oh, alright then. Well, Paimon's just happy to have a local friend now. By the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Furina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you once I finish things here.
What's that little guy on his shoulder? He looks aggressive.
Please, follow me.
Okay. I have questions about this relationship. Is one of you adopted? Why is she a cat girl and you're just a normal human person?
You said you were going to see Lady Furina? Well, it seems Lady Furina has come to see you.
Oh. Oh, goodness.
Huh. So, she's the Hydro Archon? But how did she know we were looking for her?
Well, I don't necessarily know that she knew that. But it is a bit odd.
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration! If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu. As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and her companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Uh-huh.
Is she talking about us?
She's got some weird vibes.
I've long heard of the turmoil and chaos you left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you personally.
Okay. I mean, like, she's not wrong, but it's not like it was our fault. Assuming she's talking about us.
Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured, I see clearly your sincerity.
Okay.
Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner.
I mean, you know what? Honestly, it's perfectly in line with the voice lines that I hear that Furina has. Her whole vibe, though. I get what Nahida was saying. She's got a personality.
Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
Yeah, this feels too easy. It really does.
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've only been here for a few minutes. But the Hydro Archon's entrance was, how should Paimon describe it? A little over the top?
Well, we were told she has a personality.
Miss Hydro Archon? How did you know we were coming?
Ah, I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities.
I mean, she's a little full of herself, isn't she? Goodness. Fair enough. I gotta say, she's probably one of the most, let's call it godlike archons I think we've met so far. Everybody else was a little bit more, you know, I guess, I don't even know the right word, but more down to earth, I suppose, although that sounds like a bit of a Zhongli pun, doesn't it? Other than, I suppose, Raiden Shogun, but, I mean, she had her whole other host of issues.
You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything about you.
Ah, there's our individual, our sketchy guy. That tracks.
Whoa, talk about sounding high and mighty.
Maybe don't insult her. Clearly she can hear us.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough? What else should I say then?
Is she waiting for us to start talking?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Furina here. What a surprise! Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler? How did I not notice before?
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh, is that Lady Furina? Is there some kind of drama going on?
Definitely seems like it.
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about. Lady Furina came here to personally see her. Oh, I bet this is going to be the duel of the century.
Excuse me? The what now? I don't like that word.
Ooh, I've got to see this. I knew Lady Furina would never disappoint.
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy, and despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus. You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another land, just as you were hoping to see.
Why? Why is that necessary? Why? Why do we have to do that?
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
I'm gonna need to look at team comps here, huh?
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel against the divine?
Uh-huh. Yes, ma'am. However, it wouldn't be our first.
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Hey, she provoked us.
Stand down, Clorend. I admire her bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. She is obviously a true warrior. Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
Huh. Yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
Uh-huh. Oh boy.
On Aranias, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. I'm getting a bit old, to tell the truth.
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind of duel. A duel in court!
Why? Once again, why? What did we do to you?
All right.
Clearly
Now
nothing.
that'll be worth
You're just
seeing.
dramatic like that, aren't you?
Right. This is Fontaine, after all. It's such a grand opera house, it would be a pity not to use it.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too much time in the opera house.
Yeah. The thing seems to be drama more than justice at this point, from what I've seen. Mind you, I shouldn't perhaps judge so quickly, but she certainly has drama written all over her.
Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it? According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are clearly guilty of violating this law, no?
What? What the heck?
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's our Lady Furina. No one knows the laws of Fontaine like she does.
Seriously?
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait, flying object? You mean Paimon?
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections, then in the name of the Hydro Archon, I order your arrest.
I mean, I have objections, but I don't think you're gonna listen to them at this point.
My apologies, Lady Furina. I don't mean to spoil the fun, but if you would allow me to interject, I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a flying object.
You tell her, Linny! Finally someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call Paimon a flying object?
Ah, great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object, but how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the responsibility of saving the show. So, with such an audience gathered here, allow me to perform a trick for everyone.
Oh?
Ta-da!
What? What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did Linny do that?
Huh. How interesting.
There. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in the Traveler's hand all along. It was just that no one could see it before.
Thanks, but how weirdly proactive of you.
Huh? You call that magic? You've got to be joking.
I thought it was pretty good. Nice one.
Huh. I'm not sure what to think. It seems Lady Furina's charges no longer hold water.
Not gonna lie, I kind of thought we were going with the Paimon's not an object method, but this one's cool too. Weird that you thought ahead far enough to hit that, though. Very odd. That means either you know the laws just as well as she does and know her personality, or you were in on it from the start.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Performance? You see all this as a performance?
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person.
We gotta learn all these laws, because clearly we are about to be the center of a lot of attention, and she is just looking for something to get us with, it seems like.
But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linny and Miss Lynette. That's enough for now. Toodaloo!
Bye. Okay then. Well, that was an interesting introduction.
And just like that, she's gone. Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. He never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was really...
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation, just in case. I didn't think it would actually come in handy.
Huh. Well, much appreciated. Clearly we need to learn about the laws. Don't we have a friend that specializes in that? She's from Liyue, though. Don't know how much help she'd be.
So, now do you see what kind of god Lady Furina is?
Uh-huh. A very interesting one.
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny. It sounded like you'll be performing at the Opera House, right?
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. Lynette is my assistant. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious stage in Fontaine, the Opera House.
Huh. That's pretty cool, though.
But isn't the Opera House where criminal trials are held in Fontaine?
Maybe it's both.
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. To the people of Fontaine, the line between a trial and a performance can be a little blurred.
Yeah, we gathered that.
And speaking of performances, I would be remiss to forego this opportunity gifted by fate. Might I invite the two of you to see my performance?
My brother's always excited to make new friends.
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to go to the Opera House anyway.
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. I just have something to take care of first. Oh, you really mean it? Then I'll take you up on your offer. This is a magical item known as a magic pocket. Perhaps you can help me distribute them to the people here.
What do you mean a magic? What? Is it like a storage thing? I have questions.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
About that... You asked me before about the prophecy, right? Let me start by telling you a little more about what it entails. I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating around Fontaine. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the nation of justice holds trial after trial, this sin cannot be absolved. Until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and the sinful people will slowly be drowned. In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
Well, okay then. Goodness. Oh, alright. That's certainly a prophecy. Makes sense why y'all are concerned about the waters rising then. Goodness.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born with sin? What is that supposed to mean?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power of the seas and stirred its wrath. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings and offended Celestia. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so they can only be regarded as conjecture.
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just to ignore the prophecy completely? Why bother feeling guilty all the time?
I mean, fair, but there's a high level of concern there about dissolving, because that is actively terrifying. Like, I don't know. Personally, I find that a lot more terrifying than some of the other consequences we've seen as potential things here. Like, even compared to being trapped in a dream and then dying inside of that. Like, that feels worse. It really does.
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have actually started rising.
Many places have already been completely submerged, and now lie beneath the sea.
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would end up sentencing them to death.
I mean, you're not wrong.
We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, we've started distributing magic pockets to them. As a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity. I'm sure they will come in handy when people are moving their belongings.
Alright then. Fair enough, I guess.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like preparing for a rainy day! But this is more than a bit of rain.
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? We're just tiny specks in the grand scheme of things.
I suppose. It's also possible that, might help to have someone be able to actually determine the cause.
Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby. Be sure to convince them to take it, regardless of what they say.
Okay. Alright. Well, this feels like a decently good place to end for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me throughout this little adventure. And I will be next streaming this week on Monday, Wednesday, Friday at my normal 6 p.m. EDT slot. And you can catch me there. I will be streaming Honkai Star Rail, and then we'll pick back up on the weekend with some more Genshin content. So, if you're interested, you can catch me then. Either way, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you have an awesome evening, or afternoon, or morning, whatever time it is for you. Have a good one.